Retired Life TV. My name's Chris Gosling and I'll be your host for our first few programmes here online at www.retiredlife.tv. For the next few weeks we'll be showing a weekly 15-minute programme along with our clips here on the website, which you can see on your PC. Our programmes are delivered via YouTube, so you can also see them on smart TV sets that are wired to the internet. These brands all have suitable models. In this first edition we're going to give you an idea of what will be in our regular weekly package. In today's show we'll be meeting some of our experts ready to give you good advice and information, and we'll be taking our first look at some destinations you might fancy. So let's get our show rolling. First on the menu, independent financial advisor Peter Hurd. Today with me I've got Peter Hurd of Essential IFA. We've known Peter for years and he's one of those people that constantly pops up when we want some good quality, serious financial advice. And I thought it was time we asked him to update us on the situation as far as finances and retirement and pensions is concerned here, now, today in 2011.
Well, many people come up to retirement and there's a kind of space before retirement, maybe a year or maybe a couple of years, where they think, my goodness, I'm going to retire in a year or two's time, what do I do? And what I want to know, really, is the kind of person and the kind of circumstance in which someone should come to an IFA and what an IFA does.
I think what I would say, Chris, first off, is that you mentioned there regarding 2 years before retirement. It's actually important for people to remember that they should be seeking independent financial advice throughout their lifetime, and particularly when we're talking about retirement, because it's so important that people do visit an IFA on a regular basis to check whether they are on target to get the retirement they're looking for, but particularly 5 years before retirement, because what people are needing to do is to switch their investments from where they may be invested, which is either high risk or medium risk investments, down to lower risk assets, so they're not going to get massively affected by stock market fluctuations near or on retirement. So it is very important that people do seek regular independent financial advice, but particularly very close when they're approaching retirement, to get to grips with all of the options that are available to them, because there are lots of different options available.
When you look at how you've set up your retirement on day one, some people will have hopefully just paid into their normal state pension and will hopefully have done something with their firm or something like that. But some people might not have anywhere much to go. I suppose there's much you can do for people who are like that.
If people have got a pension pot of some description when they come to retirement, okay, if you come to retirement and you've got a smallish pension pot, okay, and it's less than, say, £18,000, then you can always take all of that pension pot as cash. Okay, there are ways of taking small pension pots like that and taking it out as cash. If you've got, however, larger pension pots but above that level, okay, then effectively you're going to be looking to buy either an annuity or some form of flexible retirement planning, okay, depending on the size of the pension pot you have. The larger the pension pot, the more options are available to you.
Right.
But with the average pension pot in the UK at present is about £85,000, which isn't particularly large, okay. But what people need to do is to seek independent financial advice rather than actually going to the offer that's been given by the insurance company, because the insurance company will not necessarily give you the best rate of pension. There are options available called open market options, which allow you to search the whole of the market to get the best pension. If you have medical conditions, okay, you can get in some respects 20% more pension if you have medical conditions, because the insurance companies believe that you may not have as long to live. So if you don't, so that thus giving you a greater pension.
the allotment. I've been very, very busy. I've got a blister on my hand. And I've picked all of my pumpkins. Now they all vary in size. I've got some diddy little swick ones here. And then they gradually get, oh dear me, get bigger. And then I've got some bigger ones here. Now these are just the normal pumpkins. I do have a few more, but I couldn't carry any more. And this is my Atlantic giant, not quite so giant. I think he looks very sweet with his, I think that's his mouth. So we're going to have fun when we carve him. He's hollow, you tap him and he's hollow. Now you need to pick these when the top or the plant has gone brown, because then they're not going to grow anymore. And in fact we actually had a slight frost last night down on the allotment site, so certain sort of crops have decided to, the tender ones have sort of started to sort of droop a little bit. So I picked him today. I picked those the other day actually, and now we're going to weigh him. But let's stick him on the scales. Oh, it's just gone off. Let's turn it on again and see how far he goes. Oh, that can't be it. Is that all he is? He's not even half a stone. Shall we weigh him in kilos, because it'll go a bit higher, and I have to change this thing over. Get very complicated. Look a little bit more impressive. Well, it's no record breaker, but it's, was it 3.5 kilos or 0.7 of a stone. It's a long way to breaking my all-time record, but I'm going to save some of these seeds and plant some next year. So hopefully I'll get a bigger one next year. Fingers crossed, shall we anyway? So I hope you found that useful, and over the half term the kids and I are going to carve these and hopefully have lots of fun and scare lots of children as they come in for Halloween. Well, let me know how your pumpkins get on, and it would be interesting to find out how heavy yours get. Alright, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
We're at a visitor attraction which even has its own railway station. It's the Heights of Abraham at Matlock, Bath, and unless you like walking a long way uphill, the only way up is on the cable car. But it's a really impressive ride with stunning views over the hills and dales. It's all very smooth and comfortable.
This for the best day then, haven't we?
At the top there's loads to do. First of all, we took the cabin trip down into the bowels of the mountain. Fascinating and not very hard work either. Outside there are plenty of things to look at, as well as a cafe and kids play area. Virtually everything apart from food and drink is included in the £12.50 adult, £8.80 child and £9 concessions tickets, and there's a 4-person family ticket at £37.50. It's a really good trip, and there's plenty to do for at least 2 or 3 hours or more. You could easily make it much longer if you wished. Here's a nearby pub we recommend for lunch, the Boathouse. This is the Boathouse just outside Matlock. It's a really nice pub. with really nice food and really nice people running it. And they also look after people who've got food intolerances like gluten and dairy free, which Giles has. He needs to be quite careful about what he eats. And they took a lot of care to make sure he got some food that was not only enjoyable but was safe for him to eat. Well worth going into. In our upcoming programmes you'll be able to meet our experts again, start to discover more about Retired Life TV and be in at the start as we take a look at our world from a common sense viewpoint. First on our agenda, are you a junk mail junkie? This is the amount of junk mail received in just 1 week by one retired woman who seems to be on everyone's mailing list. We'll learn more next time. See you soon.